this formation and the things that I can do in it. Just kind of think I got a quick 2 adjustment for this. Look at that. So I can come out with some more heavy box formations. They're pretty much just 2 adjustments. I just kind of run it a couple, maybe like 100 times, just kind of make sure. So I'm basically sliding the D-line to the strong side, showing blitz, and then taking my user, which I've user adjusted with a manual sub, and put him right here. There's a specific trait that you need for this guy. He needs to be able to hold his own without getting, you know, pancaked or whatever. So he has to be able to rush. You know, so if you get like a Sam linebacker, but he also has to be able to cover. And I like Micah Kaiser for that ability. So again, slide left, show blitz, bring your user down right here. You can give him a blitz assignment if you want. Just back him off. Kind of taking advantage of, you know, how good man coverage is on next gen, but also taking advantage of how easy it is to blitz and have something to get through. Just kind of pressure them and then just back off. Just kind of play with it a little bit. Really just 2 adjustments. You also want to make sure that you manually sub on the D-line and put, you know, faster defensive tackles if possible. Just kind of just getting the lab work. I mean, I like Kaiser, but it probably won't, like I said, it won't use this versus shotgun. It's more or less going to be something that you want to use under center. So what I might end up doing is just swapping. It plays very good run fits, so that's what I like to emphasize first and foremost, is playing defenses that can play run fits first, so that I can force people to pass and then kind of work on my pass defense. As you can see, it's just another one of those formations that you're just not going to be able to run against if you set it up with this adjustment. If I can just get Kaiser through, it'd be all right. See, I could spread my linebacker, but then I would have to be the new edge if I did that. And that's assuming if I think he's going to run it to the strong side. But if not, I'll probably just slide them in. Yeah, you know, I'll be doing a lot of lab work right now. Like I said, I just switched to next gen, so I'm just trying to test some of the stuff that I was doing on current gen, and I noticed there's a difference, but nothing that I won't be able to adjust to. You know, as long as I said, I get a couple of these in, and then I play a couple of games, and then, you know, we gonna be right in there. So I'm probably gonna slide linebackers to this side, so we have a heavy box. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 in the box. He has 6 guys blocking. As long as you're +1, someone's gonna get free. You know, even against the screen. But kind of worried about Perryman's speed there a little bit, but he should be okay. I know he doesn't have any pass rush moves, but just kind of getting used to it. Now, like right here in this bear, you see how he has 2 tight ends flexed right, and he does have a fullback. So if he runs a stretch to the right versus man coverage, the stretch is going to win. So how do you counter that? You spread your linebackers, and it's going to give you another force blocker over there. So then you can blitz this guy. You want to put him right there if he'll stay. I'm not sure how to get him to stick, but get him to blitz, and then you could play the inside with the safety. Still working on it. Like I said, the post route's a beat man coverage, but just trying to see some stuff. So if tight end and running back is on the right, you slide them left, slide them that way, show blitz so that the safety aligns with the tight end. And you could just kind of clog this gap right here. Even if it's a jet sweep, you still have an assignment. You play your assignment. The reason why is you play your assignment, everybody else does their job. And that's all you can hope for, right? So this assignment, just slide left. I could opt to spread my linebacker. There we go. And then I'll just have to blitz with my user and then just kind of just sit them right here. Gotta be careful on next gen because you will get hit with the offsides a lot. It's kind of work. You might want to shade over the top if you think they're going to throw like verticals or whatever. But I'm just trying to, like I said, I really don't want to use this versus shotgun. So I'm not labbing it to do shotgun. I'm just labbing to kind of really test the run fits. So we're going to slide them to the right. Make this almost looks like a 4-3-6-1 defense, almost. But the thing is, with this one is your two defensive tackles are in the A gap, as opposed to, you know, you have to take one of those A gaps with a safety or whatever. So it's almost the same thing. So again, just slide them right, slide them in. You can show blitz so that that safety aligns with that tight end. You can user press the outside receiver on that side. Obviously, when you're playing man coverage, you're going to get beat with the will. So you can make adjustments to stop that because your guy is going to be on the run fit on the opposite side anyway. So like you can make an adjustment. So like for instance, I might decide to go match quarters on that side to protect myself versus the wheel. They should still play that run fit on that side, so he's not going to throw it that way. So I can probably go like quarter. Let me see. Slide right. I could pinch the linebacker, show blitz. And then I could play really just be that hook curl, and I could play the seam flat underneath. That way I got someone to the outside. That should protect you versus stretch runs. So slide right, depending on where the tight end and the running back is, that's going to determine your linebacker adjustments. So I'm going to slide in, show blitz. And then we'll go soft squat. I'm going to go deep half. And then just put an outside quarter over there with a vert hook. So I got my match zones applied, but I'm going to be in man coverage. Okay. Benefit of this is everybody that's still in run fits is still in run fits. So that's just something that you want to kind of add to your game a little bit. Well, I had two guys touching each other. We'll work with it. I'm not going to use this versus shotgun. But I think I got what I want. I need to write it down. Who I want on the D-line, really. Because then I can get into that Cub as well. Because I've seen some stuff that I like in the Cub defense. I could opt to change out the wheel linebacker. That's kind of up in the air right now. Because, I mean, I'm using Chandler Jones, but he isn't necessarily the fastest tool that I could put right there. We'll see, you know. But right now, I just want to make sure that I have the D-line set for the Bear. So basically, the Bear, you want your 2 defensive ends. You kind of want to prioritize acceleration. But not pass rush, just acceleration and block shed, really. So I could possibly consider putting Furl on that line because I know what he can do and bring to the table. But it's just kind of just there as an option. So it's going to be Tillery. Billings will be my nose in this regardless. And then Nichols. Those are my 3. And then your backside linebacker needs to be able to pass rush, but he also needs to be able to cover. So that's just something else that you got to kind of consider as well. Speed would help. I'm just trying to figure out if maybe I put Chandler Jones there as a user because let me see, because I might have to play coverage. So let me just kind of look. I don't want to be like, oh, I need to cover him, and then I'm using someone with like 77 speed. That's not the life you want to live. So like right now I'm using Kaiser because he can block shed. Diablo is a little bit undersized to play that role, but he can break out into coverage, which is something you could consider. Thinking probably I might have to just use Jayon Brown for that and then put Chandler Jones on that line because he do have. Let's try this. You got what, 79 acceleration? Kind of compare and contrast, so a little bit more agile than Tillery is. He's got good awareness, which would definitely help. He's got jump. He's got the power moves that you need. He's got better block shed. Let's do it like this. Let's run the Cub. Now I would have to put someone here. Trying to think. Like Cleveland Farrell would probably be better, but he don't have that. Like Chandler got the ability, so I could put Chandler over there on the left defensive end spot. That way, I'm utilizing him somewhat. Question really goes now, do I use Diablo on the edge probably get to the backfield faster. I mean, you got Diablo. Coates is more of a straightforward rusher. But Jayon Brown has the better awareness. Thinking if I put Jayon there, he'll be more successful. Let's try that. Let's go Jayon there, put Chandler there, put baiting, I think Tillery. This fight has got more. He's got the play rec. So set it up like that. Then let's see if we can create something. Interesting. No, I do not want to do that. Okay, so why does it do that versus against single back? I don't want that. I gotta run it flipped. Man, Cub. Yeah. My bad. Meant to do this formation. My bad, fellas. Alright. Slide left. Slide linebackers. Pinch. And blitz your user. This versus the toss. 2-6. You gotta do better. Slide left. Look at that. So that might be what you might want to use versus 3 tight end sets, but we'll keep labbing and seeing. Slide left. Go ahead, show blitz. Go ahead, bring them linebackers in so he got the A gap. So we got 2 guys in the A gap. Clog them gaps, good shit. Alright, slide left, boom, boom. Spread it, yeah, that's that glitch adjustment. You can only get that if you flip the play. So you can get this versus trips, and you'll have 3 guys manned up. You got Rock, the safety, and Hobbs versus the bunch set. So you got 3 DBs versus 3 receivers. So this might be your new bunch tight end or pistol bunch set defense, and you can't run it to that right side because you got the tight end covered. You could opt to user him with a defensive assist, but I got a corner on him, well, safety on him, and then you just sit right here. Everybody's covered. So that might be something to kind of, you can only do that though if you're dealing with bunch left. That's the only way you can do that little glitchy adjustment. So like right here, hit him with the glitch adjustment since he has 2 tight ends on that side, and then I'll just make my user blitz. And I could show blitz to kind of realign that safety. Sometimes you'll have bad reps, especially if you don't have like the greatest players, but see, I don't need to use it, that little glitch adjustment right now. So I could bring those guys in like that. Remember, that's going to be my 6-1 defense up front. Look there, run right into that linebacker. Now, if you turn your heavy hits on, you know, you got a good hitting linebacker right there, then you're obviously going to create some noise. So really just kind of get right here in between this B gap. Look there. I'm worried a little bit about Diablo, you know, just from the practice reps that I'm doing. It doesn't seem like he's able to block shed, so I might swap him off. Might swap Diablo off. I'm just keep him as a nickel linebacker, because I don't think he's able to do what I need him to do in this formation. I think that was him. I might just put Jay on over there. Let me kind of. That's why you got to get your lab sessions in, you know. That way you see how players work. That way you don't get kind of caught in the moment. Alright, let's test Jay on over there. Oh, that awareness helps. You see the difference? Sometimes it's not always about speed. Speed's good in open space, but when you gotta take on blocks and passing schemes, you know, sometimes that awareness is going to be a little bit better in those situations. You know, and not too many people are willing to tell you that. Like everybody, they're like, oh, speed. Like you go Black Range channel, it's like, oh, we just need speed. No, lies. Stop lying to these people. Look, Daeon's got a better rush off the edge than Diablo did. Like when he's forced to engage. So that, just in general, might be my. Look at her. Yeah, Jaeon's probably going to be the better option. He can play that role that I need. Just debating if I had someone over here, I probably could do with it. Where I might opt to swap Crosby over there to that side, because this guy he's gonna have a role. Because if I play like a cover 3 hard flat, he's got to play the flat unless I flip it. So I'm thinking I might be better off running Chandler Jones right here where Nichols is, because I'm always sliding the line right there. And then I could run Crosby on the backside right here. Then I could put my 2 defensive tackles, Billings, and then I could put Bilal Nichols right there. Let's try that. So always just kind of make sure you got everybody where you want them. So let's get back into the business. So I'm going to put Jayon on the other side. It'll be Jayon. Crosby will be there. Chandler will be right there. We'll go back and put Bilal Nichols right there. And that'll be the setup. Let's see if that's what we want. Because because like I said, I run it flip. So it'd be slide left, show linebacker. Yeah, I like that setup a little bit more because now Crosby's closer to the quarterback and he ain't got to go around a chip block anymore. So it's pretty much straightforward now. And then if I want, I can put my Sam in the seam flat because he's going to play better zone than Crosby did. So I'm thinking, oh my God, Crosby, look at that. All right, so that's going to be, let's just test it against a couple more formations because I don't want to be wrong. So we could pinch him, put him in a seam flat, show blitz, bring him right here. Go ahead, press him. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That is fucking it. Told you these lab sessions, bro. I'm telling you. You get used to knowing where your players need to be. And then you can set it up accordingly. Crosby's going to get that one-on-one on that side. We get enough pressure. Slide left. Show blitz. I can slide the right linebackers there and just kind of sit right here in his gap. If I'm worried about him running a route, like I said, I could just take the outside guy, put him in a soft squat at the expense of possibly giving up a crosser. But look at that. Clog those gaps. Alright, so I need to look at this and see how we got everybody lined up. So this is going to be the perfect 3-4 defense. So, I got to get some paper. I could probably put it in my phone. Probably make better sense. Make me like a sticky pad. Let me see. Put it on a notepad and save it in my phone. So, three, 4 bear setup. All right. Your D line, you're going to run this play flipped regardless. Run formation flipped. That's number 1. And then number 2, Crosby needs to be the right outside linebacker. Then it'll be Bilal, Nichols, be the right end. And those will be Billings. And I'm going to show you again for those that just joined. But I finally got the perfect setup. Then your left end is going to be Chandler Jones or your next possible defensive end if you don't have a superstar ability. And then your left outside linebacker, you're going to use Jayon Brown. And then you can manually sub Kaiser to either middle linebacker position. How do I say this? I guess it says Alright, so let's try it again. And we're going to try every play. Everything has to be run flipped. We'll start from the cover 0. Slide to the strength of the formation. Show blitz. You can move those linebackers. And then you're just going to bring your user right here, and that's going to give your best edge a one-on-one to do that right there. If they come out under center. Okay, slide left. Slide right, show blitz. If you're worried about him running out to the flat, you can put a seam flat adjustment over there. Versus bunch sets, we should have 3 DBs versus the bunch, which is what you want. Fall for that. Got to run his cover. Okay. Put him in a seam flat. Opt to slide those linebackers. Bring him down. I can show blitz. That way everybody aligns. Come down. Look at Crosby. Look at that. Told you, man. Any defense I touch is going to become gold. I'm just getting these adjustments down. Seeing everything that I want to do. I might opt to just like run a double contain because this could be a possible play action, and contain will be the play action. If not, ooh, we got a good inside here. I need to go back and slow that down. I think the middle linebacker just came through untouched. And obviously, against, look at that angle he takes. You possibly just kind of, if you want to, because if you engage with him, because of the containment on the right side, I might go single contain like I used to on PS4 edition. If I go contain and then re-blitz, I got the single contain on the field. That gives me 1 pass rush, 1 contain. Let me kind of go back and slow it down. That contain didn't work very good. Probably should have slid him outside or crashed the D line. Let me kind of play with the. Give him a better crash. Or I could go like that. Look at that. That's the glitch adjustment that you can do if you feel like they're going to come off that side. So like right there, I see 2 tight ends. I might be like, okay, I just want to put a seam flat there. Look there, force him to throw it before he's ready. Now I could possibly. Alright, so it's again trips. All I want to do is put a seam flat over there. And show blitz. Oh man, he's coming through. I just gotta probably crash the D-line down so that homeboy not running right into me. So if I crash the D-line down, then slide, that should give me more room to shoot this gap there. Yeah, that looks better. That way he's not running into me. That looks a little bit more straightforward. I like that. Just a little bit more straightforward. Alright, so it's crash D-line down, slide right. You gotta show blitz. I'd probably put the contain and then re-blitz Crosby. Assuming that he's not running There go Crosby. Boom. Alright, so that's going to be the adjustment. Crash down, slide right. You're going to have to pinch your linebackers in. If you want them in the B gap, if you want them in the A gap, you can play right there. So that's going to be, it's almost like a 4-3-6-1. Because you got your two interiors in the A gap. You have your B gap covered by the defensive end and your user. The C gap is also going to be defended by the linebacker, even though he's aligned right there above the center. And then Crosby's going to take the other C gap. So like I said, I put the contain on the field, just show blitz so that they press, and then just user press the outside receiver. Doesn't matter if he motions, because that's what we got. Ooh, Crosby was right there. Almost. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about that because in a game, they're not going to get that throw off. I'm just trying to see. Now, I could possibly go off of this now and just go off those adjustments and then try to run the other coverages that I want to use. If I slide him in, then I'm just probably going to have to put like a cloud flat over there just because. So this would be the cover one adjustment. Still got the run fits there. Alright, this will be the cover two hard flat. Same adjustments. Slide the line over there with the crash. Slide the linebackers over. So I got my two hooks. We're disguising it. And it's showing blitz. So that mid read's going to come back. So defense still looks the same. So we're just playing it from a zone perspective. So it's going to stop the outside run. So it's still good. And last but not least, same adjustments from the cover three hard flat. And then show the blitz. Third should still be over there. You're not running that bootleg enemies there. Nowhere to really go. Good coverage. Alright, so that's going to be your 3-4 bear scheme, fellas. And we're going to kind of lab it in a game now. Now that I got everything that I need out of it, I'm just going to take some photo shots with my mind as far as what I'm doing. I just need to make sure I got everybody where they need to be. Alright. So I'm going to have to move Crosby over to the weak side linebacker. That way it would be like one less adjustment that I'll have to worry about doing. You want to try to minimize your adjustments. By any means necessary. Alright, so we're going to start Crosby as our right outside linebacker. I might start Kuntz as my left. Oh no. If I stick with the program here, just kind of keep it 100 because I need to move people around. Alright, so now I gotta go into a game. I don't know anything about the opponent that I'll be facing. Y'all know how these lab sessions can be, you know. They might match me up with someone that is just going to abuse it, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get the tape out there for you guys. You know, let you know that we're trying to put some competitive stuff up for you guys that you can use. Kind of emulate a little bit off of what I've been able to accomplish in goal line and so on and so forth. You know, you want to be able to emulate your scheme across the board from any formation. So when you match up your personnel, which is ultimately where you guys need to be doing, you can run the scheme from any set and match up with what the offense has on the field. That's ultimately where you want to be.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los
All right, lab work is done, fellas. Time to put on the tape. Let's get it.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Jacksonville. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. And Lawrence going to take it himself. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them.
Yeah. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
Good run, Fitz.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. On play action, Lawrence.
Get him. Throw it to him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
Dumbass.
As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty.
Good shit. 3-4 Bear defense.
The opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Stidham to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Stidham.
You're not going to cover Waller? Okay.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
Play your fucking assignment, bro.
He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Everything that glitters ain't gold. Remember that.
Now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Stidham.
User.
And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown.
Too easy.
Adams. 41 yards. And the Raiders get the
Fact that
upper
you
hand
queued
as
up
they're
and
on
thought
the
you had a
board
chance,
first here
so
this afternoon.
comical.
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his
You
talent
gonna cover him? Okay.
for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10.
Good hit, Perryman.
Turn here as they'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined.
Oh, they should have been a pig.
Again, in fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. A quick throw there, going to be back.
Where are you throwing it?
And incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They've
You scared, bro?
completions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there.
Where you going?
And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They run it with Jacobs. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a carry for Jacobs. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Stidham, off play action. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living in there.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Takes it at the 7.
Good hit.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go play action now. Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
I like your 3-4 bear already.
32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple.
Chasing the wrong one, bro. Everything that glitters ain't gold over here.
If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Stidham. The open man here, Renfro. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 4th down, here's Stidham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, stop. Hey, let's go.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all his receivers downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Baited. Oh!
But this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Play action. It's Stidham.
Thank you for giving him wide open, dumbass. Who you gonna do it? Don't play that safety. You ain't gonna have no help.
As the first half is winding down, and the
Raiders picking on user safety
just before halftime. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, so he's going to have him go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your lineman surge and fire out.
And finally,
yeah, try to cheat you.
all the way up near midfield.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
I'm ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Look at you fighting. Bravo. Look at me. Go. Hey, Haywood.
Final play of the half. It's
coming through.
Steps away.
Good
And his
blitz.
throw here's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. They got his man complete.
Boy, I'm loving this free point.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Boy, he has been fun to
Get out of that
watch
cover 3, bro.
this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense.
Single high
Charles,
safety,
now
you're not
up to
good enough
4
for that
touchdown
defense.
passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Crazy how a little lab work can go so far.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25.
Didn't take me that
Just a
long,
little pass there. Call it the 26.
20 minutes of found a defense and created scheme with it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
Running
No
that
time
post
for
route.
discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder
That double
against the
covered on.
shoulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Dragging out. Well, could be an RPO.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Good fucking
Pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Oh, that's mine.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. The Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They go play action with Stidham.
One-on-one.
And they are able to stop him, but he...
Stop playing cover 3, bro. Be trying to tell you folk. Stop spamming that shit. Because once I see what you like defensively, bro, one thing about me, man, I make adjustments. And if you spam something and I start liking what I see, I'm going to start taking advantage of it, bro. But as far as defense goes, that was a solid. I think we can go ahead and put a defensive mini scheme on it, and then we'll kind of try to work towards the 3-4 Cub next. I think the 3-4 Cub is going to be more about the acceleration on the defensive line as opposed to how I have it set with the 3-4 Bear, kind of influencing a lot of everything that was predated to the current regime, based off of the philosophies that Gus Bradley used with, his 3-4 under, his 4-3 under hybrid shell defenses. So it's pretty much what I'm doing is I'm sliding the D-line so that I can get, that edge rusher in the 4-tech or 5-tech position that he needs to be in, as opposed to him just kind of being inside that 3-tech at 265. It's not necessarily warranted what you want. So, like I said, just slide him over there. We still run the two edge rushers with the Sam Leo. It was pretty solid game footage. Kind of hope y'all kind of follow along. If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. I've been working long days at work, and I have to walk to work, and it takes me like an hour to walk to work and an hour to walk home. So I'm not going to be able to stream as long as I would like to, but I just want to make sure that I'm giving you some quality lab work so that you guys can kind of see what I'm going through the process and how long it takes me to put a scheme together that's effective and it's going to work and help you get more wins. We're definitely going to be carrying that 3-4 Bear more into everything that we do defensively. And I'll try to get more into the playbook with other formations that I like as well. Like I said, man, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. And if you need help or if there's a specific defense that you want me to kind of hit that lab break on, I can help you out. All right. Appreciate y'all tuning in.